Hi people, my name is Kyle Bart Reid and welcome to my channel. Now, immediately, some of you might be wondering, who are you, Kyle? Why am I here? And what's even really happening right now? Those are existential questions that I can't possibly answer. But what I can say is you've arrived at a place where weekly I'll give you my take on media, whether it's trendy, nostalgic, or obscure. You'll bet that I find it funny and that I think you should too. Now, I've been on screen for like 15 seconds or so, give or take, and it might be slowly dawning on some of you that I am in fact older than a lot of YouTubers. Now, why would a 34-year-old man start a new YouTube channel? Shouldn't he have a fully formed adult life by now? Well, I didn't just start this YouTube channel. I've actually had it since 2006, which is a year after YouTube even really became a thing. So that would explain the 20-something odd videos posted before this one, you know, the ones where I'm singing and playing guitar. And that is what this video is about today. Making fun of my youthful aspiration to be a hit musician on the internet. I'm not really looking forward to this, but I guess you gotta reckon with the past before you can move on to the future, right? Well, I guess we should just get into this. Okay, let's roast myself.
Oh, hey, what up, dog?
How's it going in there?
Pretty good, yeah. I'd say I'll be done in about another 10 minutes or so at 350.
Sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, but it's like a dry heat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, peace out, homie. Catch you later.
I'm gonna eat you. Now, before I get into the individual cringe fest that are these videos, there's a disturbing overall trend that I noticed while watching them again. The video quality is just terrible. I'd rate it similar to Bigfoot sighting quality footage. I don't know, man. I'm just not really seeing it. Well, you gotta look in the bushes just behind the Bigfoot. Oh, there he is. See? I told you. But to be fair, I was recording on a 2006 MacBook webcam, which isn't really the cinematic tool you'd see on a lot of major Hollywood blockbusters. Yeah. Just let me check the lighting one more time. Yeah, I think we can roll one. Let's do it. Okay. And action.
Take your hands off my ficus.
Cut! I think we got it. Okay then, on to the videos. So, this is a cover of I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie. I was 20 when I made this video, which means I was already a couple years deep into my film studies degree, which means, you know, I really had to experiment with camera placement. You know, by getting that really flattering artsy angle from down low. Now, the main benefit to this low angle is that it seems to feature the single piece of artwork that adorned my very sad college apartment, which was a portrait I drew of Tom York in high school, that apparently I was very proud of. And still am, really. I mean, come on. Look at that shading. So why Death Cab for Cutie for my very first video? Well, I think the reason is fairly apparent. It's obviously how much Ben Gibbard and I have in common. Just look at those glasses. Need I say more? By the way, why did Ben Gibbard dress like he worked in an office? I mean, The Office, like the classic NBC sitcom, The Office. He kind of looks like Clark Green from the later seasons, if you remember that guy. Anyway, moving on. And very quickly, we've arrived at the video that's to blame for the couple of dozen desperate imitations that I made following it. A cover of the song New Slang by the band The Shins, whose heights I've never since soared despite all my impressive flapping. Basically, I got 50,000 views in like a couple of weeks and then never got anywhere close to that ever again. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Kyle, 50,000 views, that's not exactly viral, but this was 2007, so, you know, I think 50,000 views on YouTube was like a high watermark back then, right? Seriously, I can't overstate how excited I was to get those views. I mean, 2 videos in and I'm already starting to hit it big. That's amazing. But speaking of excitement, can I just rewind to the beginning of this video to show you the terrible introduction that I give it?
Here's a cover of the Shins new Slang.
I don't know. It looks like I might have been on some over-the-counter medication at the time because I've got major Benadryl energy going on right here. I think I ran into the same problem talking to girls at this point in my life too, like me thinking that I'm being cool and relaxed and laid back, and them thinking that I'd just woken up from hypersleep and I was still slowly thawing out. Like a lot of people, I first heard this song on the Garden State soundtrack. Now, that movie made the Shins a decently big name for a band on Sub Pop Records, so, you know, you combine the cult following of that movie, the breakout popularity of this band, and my fiery red helmet-shaped haircut, and how do you not have a viral video? I mean, seriously, it looks like I had my hair lowered onto my head like Darth Vader's helmet every morning. All right, next song. I'm sure you remember Fall Out Boy's first super big hit, Sugar We're Going Down. Now, this song came out back in mid-2005, which was like in the middle of emo's big mainstream domination. And even though I was a white teenage suburban boy and in the crosshairs of the targeted demo for this sort of music, I had just decided that I was too cool for emo. You see, for me, music in the early 2000s was about one thing only: trying to get more into Radiohead. And emo music just didn't have enough polyrhythms or lyrics about sad computers. Yeah, I was definitely one of those kinds of assholes. But in the end, I learned the very hard lesson that while you can bottle up your teenage angst for a while, it will eventually escape.
It's missing something. It needs something else. Now, where is that damn tarragon? What the hell? Kyle's teen angst?
Yeah, Bill? Taxes again? Did we just do this last year? Oh, shit. Hey, I'll call you back. That's not good. Because as everyone I knew was growing out of the scene, my emo phase broke out like late puberty. Yep, my pants got tighter, my hair got swoopier, and my Vans got checkers on them. Yeah, and like puberty, I tried my very best to hide it, even though my whole body was in a very embarrassing state of transformation. So I decided to do this video. You know, it'd been 4 years since the song came out, and emo was in its mainstream decline already, but I'm 23 and in grad school, and finally ready to rip out my beating emo heart for everyone to see. And apparently I thought you had to look like Patrick Stump in order to sound like Patrick Stump, so, you know, clearly I grew my sideburns to the perfect length before recording this video. The fedora. Yep. I got this completely cursed hat at the Lid store in the Gainesville, Florida mall, and I remember it was the only one there at the time when I bought it, and that's probably not because this particular style was just flying off the shelves due to its popularity, but more likely that the store employees had put it there as some kind of prank to see if anyone was stupid enough to buy it. And I was. I honestly don't even remember throwing this hat away. I think just one day I woke up and it was gone, and I never thought about it again. I think maybe it was an angel that flew down from heaven to cast this hat back down to hell where it belonged. And if that's how it went down, then it was totally worth it going to Catholic school. Also, it looks like I'm gonna puke at the start of this video. This is honestly one of the worst guitar faces to ever be made, and most guitar faces are already pretty horrible.
This is Heavy Lifting by Ambulance LTD.
Alright, what the heck is going on with this shirt? This is just like a regular Fruit of the Loom t-shirt, you know, you'd get in a 2-pack at Walmart. But apparently they didn't have one with a neck low enough for me, so I decided to take a pair of scissors and butcher this thing into a V-neck so deep that James Cameron had plans to explore it at one point. I don't know what was behind a lot of my fashion choices at this point in my life, but I think my big problem was that I have an older sister who's very stylish, and she had guided me through the vast landscape of fashion like a track guides a train through the countryside. But then I hit college. I'm away from home and family, and suddenly, that track's gone. So here I am, full steam ahead, but completely off the rails. People are screaming, fabric's being torn apart, and I'm headed right off a cliff into a deep, deep V-neck ravine. Your new twin size bed by Def Cab. Oh man, look at my hair. Is it weird to be jealous of your own hair? You know, as a 34-year-old man with a hidden folder on my phone tracking my progressive hair loss, this video just makes me sad. A drunk girl at a bar once called me Ginger Thor when I had my hair this long. It's a compliment I'll never forget. All right, this is turning into more of a self-roast in the present tense, and the upload date of these videos is actually catching up with the present as well, so why don't we just move on? Oh, but before I do, if you're wondering why my eyebrows look so weird in this video, it's because I dyed them with Just for Men beard dye.
It's a sure thing.
Just for Men, the sure thing for a natural look.
But the trouble is Just for Men doesn't have a ginger beard dye, so I ended up with a brown that's just a little too dark. I'm half Polish, so I inherited eyebrows that are so blonde that they're almost completely invisible. Naturally, I look like powder or Voldemort. Alright, so ultimately it's easy to be your own harshest critic. Would I take back any of those choices? That's the weird part about regret. It's the longing to exist in a hypothetical reality that she'll never encounter. If you could see the version of you that never made those mistakes, it'd be like looking into the eyes of a stranger. And to become that faultless stranger would be to erase the you that you are now, and I find that idea kind of horrifying, personally. All right, Kyle, this is everything you wanted. So, never live with regret. Just learn from those embarrassing moments so that you can move on and make more embarrassing mistakes until the day you die. Which is something I'm sure you'll see me do on this channel quite a bit. Making mistakes, not dying. Alright, now I need to show my appreciation for those of you that were here from the start. To the 115 people currently subscribed to my channel, and those of you that left some love in the comment section of my old videos, thank you so much. And I hope you don't hate the new format. And if you're new here and you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. I've got so much more coming your way. I'm gonna take a look at some things that I think you'll find hilarious, and this probably won't be the last time that I roast myself. Oh, and by the way, if there's any good burns that I missed on myself, comment with them below and hopefully I can take it. All right, you guys are great. Now goodbye.